Justin Tucker to kick off field goal number 1.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Crochet on the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he will find his man, Samuel.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
49ers 9. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 4th down. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's caught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Edwards is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Once more, Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They go play action here. Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They go play action with Jackson on the move to his left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college side, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
That's into the hands of Prochet. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
49ers 9. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Play action. Now Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now here's Samuel on the end around. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on. Lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted. Yeah.